What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another episode of Psycho Gamer. I am Aubrey. I am your gracious host, and I do appreciate you guys all coming in. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about something that Sega announced today in terms of mini arcades. So make sure you smash that like, smash that subscribe, share it with your friends. I think you're going to like this one. Alright guys, welcome back. Now today we're going to go ahead and talk about the newly announced Sega's Astro City Mini arcade cabinet. So some of the exciting things that are coming out of this particular arcade cabinet, as small as it's going to be, is the fact that it's going to have some features to plug it into other devices or plug other devices into it. Let me read you a couple things that I found in here off of SegaBits.com. Cool thing about these titles is that there's going to be support for HDMI out, micro switch joystick, and also replaceable ball top, and even support for external controllers. So you may be able to actually get something like a Genesis controller that would plug into USB of some sort, I'm assuming. So you can actually plug them in maybe from the Genesis Mini that they've got out there available in the market. So you'd be able to actually connect other devices to it to play it up on the screen. So having external controller support is a big thing that they're going to have on here. Now, if they did that for some of the big arcade machines, I don't think that would be a big selling point for Arcade 1-Up. But I think in this sense, the fact that it's going to have the same look, the same feel, even the same material that these Astro City arcade cabinets were made from is going to really strike a nostalgic feel for people that are looking to collect these. It's going to be a little tabletop thing. Now, this is basically one of those newer items, maybe a novelty item, as you could say, that mini arcades, mini consoles have all been pretty hot here the past few years. It really fired up when Nintendo released their Nintendo Classic. They also had a Super Nintendo one, which was awesome. Another one that came out that was very popular was the Sega Genesis Mini, which that one just recently had a price drop down to $40, $50. I think it was $40 for a day, and then it looks like it's stabilizing about $50 now. And how can we forget the PlayStation Classic? Many people were not very pleased with, and more people bought it just to run emulators and mod it more than anything else. So Sega has announced the Astro City Minis. These were actually released starting in 1993, just as sit-down arcade cabinets where people could buy just one board so that they could actually, play your arcade game just like you would in the actual arcade itself. Now, if you went to many arcades back in the 90s, maybe later 90s and early 2000s, you saw a lot of these in terms of being connected to arcade fighters. Regular machines were also good as well. Not quite like the Neo Geo ones. The Neo Geo ones were full standing ones. These were pretty short. If you basically compared them to the newer Arcade 1-Up machines, they were probably going to be more about that size because they were expecting you to be sitting down and enjoying your games. So far, they've only announced about 10 games that are going to be available for it out of 36. And that's at least in the Japanese version. The price, from what they're saying, is going to be $120 approximately. The price right now is only in yen, so it's 12,800 yen, so loosely translates to about $120. So very affordable for many people. It's not as expensive as your standard arcade machines or your Arcade 1-Ups. But we're just going to go down the list of some of the games that have been announced already. You have Alien Syndrome, Alien Storm, Golden Axe, The Revenge of Death Adder, which I think a lot of people who were fans of the Golden Axe games back in the day are really going to enjoy the Golden Axe games being re-released in something so small. The only downside with it, though, is it's a small arcade machine, small little tabletop one, that's only going to allow single players. Now, my question is are they going to allow it to link up multiple arcade machines together, which I think would be really, really cool. You're going to have Columns 2, Dark Edge, Ichidant-R, Virtua Fighter, which is one I didn't quite add into my top 10 fighting games that Arcade 1-Up should release, because it is a bit dated. And, you know, while the 3D fighting genre was really good, the last one that was released that was really good was the Virtua Fighter 3 TB. I think it was Tournament Battle. I think it was a tournament bout. So I'm not sure if I'm totally sold on that one. I mean, you're talking Virtua Fighter was old school Sega. Back Sega CD, Sega Saturn. The Dreamcast pretty much had the best Virtua Fighter they released. On top of the Virtua Fighter, you're also going to have Fantasy Zone and an arcade and console favorite, Altered Beast. Altered Beast, Rise from Your Grave, was an amazing side-scroller that people would still even have fun playing today. I've still gone into places like laundromats over the past 5 years and still have seen that. Probably because they couldn't afford any other arcade machines, but you know, it was still a great game and it had some great art, and it's just one of those classics that you just really can't throw away. Now, if you've ever wanted to actually own your own arcade machine without having to pay the full arcade price, Arcade 1-Up is definitely going to be one of your best options to get. I'm going to actually put some links below for some of the Arcade 1-Up cabinets that you're able to get off of Amazon, as well as some of the stools that you can get to actually match them, and risers. So just look at the information down below, guys, and click one of the links. Definitely an affiliate link, but it's going to help me try to grow the channel a little bit more. So hopefully you find some good value with some of those links as well. Also, I'm going to put some links for the Sega Genesis, the Mini Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo, if there are any that are going to be affordable or at least a regular retail price in there. And yes, I will even put the PlayStation Classic in there for those of us that are still Sony fanboys, whether we like that particular one or not. But again, guys, if you like the content, smash that like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time. And don't forget, as always, guys, game on.